Jerseys, they've each been worn for one day, just of normal wear and tear at school, wearing a sweatshirt sometimes over it. And, I mean, there's some things that fell out or just got really janky over the day, and that's why I decided to do this review video after wearing each jersey for a full day. I'm going to start with the Jenny Loop jersey, number 13, Stevie Johnson. Overall, at school, this went over very well. People only realized it was a fake when I told them it was a fake, and they were still kind of surprised, and they were interested in buying it, and buying one for themselves. So because it looks just realistic. To go deeper in, you could look at this fabric. It's not a bad fabric at all. I mean, it's nice and heavy, and it's not gonna just fall apart. The mesh here is also just like this great mesh that I think they even actually use this kind of mesh on the Nike Elite uniform itself. So it's just very high quality, material, and it's gonna hold up for a long time, and it looks really good. We have the logo. The logo here, it's cloth, but whatever. Nobody's gonna really care unless they're one of those jersey crazy people like me. But we have NFL players, large, Nike. Another thing I was really impressed about this jersey, these numbers just looked grand, and they've held up just perfectly. I mean, no loose threads or anything coming off here after a day, which I can't really say the same about the other one. I mean, Jenny Loop just makes these great jerseys. I mean, the numbers here too, they're just great. I mean, the Flywire, it's kind of a janky Flywire, but I can't really expect them to do much with this Flywire because it's Flywire and that's Nike technology. It looks great though. I mean, it's kind of crumpled, but yeah, it looks great. And we have the NFL seal right here. It's rubberized. It's centered perfectly, basically, which I like. We had this screen printed on sticker. Unfortunately, it wasn't very well printed on there, because you could see it's kind of coming off just with my fingernail. And I mean, it's basically just a really cheap sticker, but I mean, they took the time to screen print it on. They're paying attention to details. And to be honest, it's a sticker. Nobody's gonna look at the freaking sticker, so whatever. On the sleeves, it's more this nice material. These are screen printed on. They're way better than this. These are screen printed on, and these aren't gonna come off because they're good. And the Nike logo, perfect. If you mess it up, you're just a bonehead, pretty much. So yeah, just overall a really realistic jersey. I'm gonna flip it over to the back. Oh yeah, one thing. Probably the only real flaw that I could find with this jersey is that the Bills logo is kind of messed up, but nobody really noticed. And if you talk to Jenny, she'll fix that for you. So yeah. I'm flipping it over. Alright, yeah, just not much more else to look at the back. There was this weird stain on this, but I still need to fix that. But I mean, there was also a stain like right here, and that just came off with the cloth. Just a damp cloth, so that's fine. This is stitched on perfectly. My only real complaint, only two complaints at the back is, and you can't. There we go. You see this kind of a bad stitch, but whatever. I mean, it's not gonna fall off or anything. If you really cared, you could cut it off with scissors. And also the Buffalo thing is also just a patch that isn't sewn on exceptionally well, but nobody's gonna notice, to be honest. It's still just nothing for the price. The collar is it's cotton, which it's not really in the NFL jersey, but whatever. It's cotton. You can't really go wrong with it. Nobody's gonna care if it's cotton. Yeah, it's just cotton. So cotton's in your t-shirt you're probably wearing right now. All right, so you have just a very realistic jersey. Nobody noticed. If you're going for stealth and you're gonna try and play off your NFL jersey like it's real, then I would definitely recommend the Jenny Loop jersey. Now, going to the GoPick jerseys. This is Cortland Finnegan off GoPickJerseys.com from the Rams. And from far away, I mean, there's nothing really bad you can notice immediately, but it's when you zoom in. I mean, this is the same thing as that, except this is actually cut. Just I don't know if you could see the cuts are not symmetrical at all. Like they were extremely careless, just cutting this out and sewing it on. I mean, it just looks terrible. Meanwhile, the mesh is a very low quality material, and you could see right through it. You could see my hands just going through it, and you should not be able to do that. I mean, it's not going to break or anything, but the mesh is just low quality. Same with the cloth, which is just, I don't know, it's not even like t-shirt cloth, not even technical cloth. Like this is technical cloth. This is just cheapness. I don't even know what to call it. The numbers looked great when I first pulled it out of the package, but now it's not really picking up on the camera. Just a little bit it is, but now like all the seams are starting to break, and you can see there's threads hanging off, and this thing pulled off, and it just looks extremely ratty. In addition to the fact that these numbers are like this really shiny cardboard material, which I feel like if I actually kinked it, I don't really want to yet, but if I kinked it, I feel like it'd just like kink and there'd be a fold there forever, just like, well, what I'll get to later. I was pretty surprised after seeing the rest of the jersey that the NFL logo was in fact rubberized. And the flywire from a distance doesn't look terrible, but up close, you could see that they honestly didn't even try with this stuff. I mean, it's just an extra little thread on the outside that they stitched in there, and then they covered it with like this tape stuff, which is pretty weak sauce, if you ask me. Yeah, and you can see the tag here is also just a tag. I mean, I guess it'll hold up better than that, but it's also a tag, and it's so itchy. And the real Elites, they actually screen printed on like that, so that it wouldn't be itchy. And this is a very itchy tag. But I guess they at least took attention to detail to put the little shiny serial number, whatever it's called, on there. So I guess props. But again, you can just see with this collar, it's just this sheet material, and this is supposed to be kind of stiff, and it's just kind of. So I mean, going to the sleeves, you can see that it's more this folding. And it's also just this cloth, but look at this patch. I've had this for like 2 or 3 weeks now. I'm wearing it to school. I was hoping it'd go away, but this patch is just bent, and it's been bent for a while, and I don't think it'll ever unbend. Same with the Nike patch. I mean, which is also, by the way, they completely messed up the Nike patch. So I don't know how you can do that. That's just laziness and stupidity from my part, or if you ask me. Yeah, and this is just cheap. And I mean, the numbers here are decent, but on this side, this 3 has been bent on the corner of the 3 since I pulled out of the package, and it's still bent, and I don't like it. And I thought it would. Oops. I thought the bend would go away, but it hasn't, and now I'm expecting it to go away less and less as I continue to own this jersey. And you see the Nike logo's messed up again here, which is, I mean, just weak. Now flipping it back over. Yeah, Cortland Finnegan for the Rams. Yeah, it's just more of this cheapness, pretty much. And you can see it's just the letters or numbers are just cheap, and you can see it's like just like coming up and just, I don't know, there's like bubbles, and it's just, it just really looks bad, and it's just gonna fold, and it makes me pretty mad. I mean, over here, this is just an attention to detail thing. I mean, what the heck is this? This should not have this little gold thread that they continued from up here. This, and it's over here too. This is just laziness. Another thing, this is probably the worst defect of the entire jersey, is the Finnegan nameplate. Notice the nameplate is just more of this material. And when you look at it even closer, I don't know if you could see it on this, but it's just basically hand sewed on, like so cheaply sewed on that I feel like if you ever put this through the washing machine, that it would just and just rip off, and then it would just be a number 31 jersey with no nameplate on it, and that'd be bad. And yeah, it just looks terrible too. It's not even evenly cut. I mean, yeah, and by the way, when I wore this one to school, everybody noticed it was fake. People were like, "Oh, you got a bad jersey." Like, even the people who didn't know they were fake jerseys are like, "Ooh, I think you got ripped off by Nike." So I was just kind of like, "Oh yeah, I got it from the cheap brand." Or I got it from a reject warehouse or whatever. So yeah, if you are looking to play this off as a real jersey, then I would not use Go Pick jerseys, because this is obvious and almost embarrassing to wear. Again, I just threw a sweatshirt over the top of this because it was just a bummer to wear. Now I meant to have these ready. Here we go. There's I mean the legit tags came with them though. No Nike. They're both the same tags. You can see the little shiny sticker and stuff, and all the info, and just do it. But yeah, the Go Pick Jerseys one though, this was like sideways and like in 3 inches off the right place, and it was not right. But I mean, they had these things in here, so at least they paid attention to that. Yeah, but anyways, people thought Jenny Loop's jersey was real. People did not think GoPickJerseys.com jersey was real. So I definitely intend to get a Jenny jersey from I definitely intend to get a Rams jersey from Jenny, because I do like the Rams. They're my favorite team, and I want to be able to wear a jersey that doesn't suck like Go Pick jerseys. And for the same price, you can't, or for the like $20, you can't complain about Go Pick jerseys. But when this is like $20 too, you might as well go Jenny Loop. Again, I'll have their links in the description, and make sure to subscribe to me. And this is my video, so thank you for watching. Jenny Loop is better.